About 4 years ago now, a YouTuber by the name of Lasers made a video titled, "Why Do Old School Fans Keep Playing Assassin's Creed?" A video in which he discusses the direction that the series had taken and how that direction made a lot of old school fans drop the series, himself included. But the main thing that the video focused on were the old school fans who didn't drop the series, the ones who continued to play each new entry despite having disdain for where the series had gone. I consider myself to be an old school Assassin's Creed fan who also dislikes the direction the series has taken in recent years, and yet, a little over 4 years since that video was made, my ass is still out here playing every new Assassin's Creed that comes out. But why? Well, according to some of the responses in Laser's video, the consensus really just seems to be brand loyalty. There are a number of old school fans who have such a deep rooted connection to the series that's difficult to completely sever no matter how bad things get. And back when I first watched that video, I thought, yeah, that pretty much describes my reasoning. However, flash forward to now, 4 years later, where we've now gotten Mirage, Shadows, and most recently Black Flag Resynced, if you count that as a new game. I've actually been playing a lot of Black Flag Resynced, which is part of what prompted me to make this video to begin with, because I'm not crazy about the original Black Flag. I mean, I've beaten it a few times, the story's really good, and the pirate fantasy is fulfilling, but I always found a lot of the missions in that game to be kind of boring, to be frank, and it makes it hard for me to actually play through it. But Resynced seems to iron out some of the core issues I had with the original version, and because of that, I decided to give it a crack. And I've been having an absolute blast being back in that world again. I think that's really what it is at the end of the day. These games are fun. I mean, yeah, with Black Flag, I, for the most part, knew what I was in for. But when I look at games like Odyssey, Valhalla, Mirage, Shadows, and even Syndicate to a degree, these are games that I look at now and the main things that I see are their glaring faults. But back when I was first experiencing them, I didn't view them that way. I enjoyed them. It's usually not until I either reach a certain point in the game or I reflect that I realize that I don't actually like it, which for me isn't really exclusive to Assassin's Creed either. I'm better at recalling a feeling that a piece of media gave me than the intricacies of the thing itself. So when I reflect on games like Odyssey and Valhalla, I mostly think of how much fun I had while I was in it. Hell, I have the Platinum Trophy for Odyssey, so I clearly enjoyed it. But it's when I think about these games from a critical standpoint that I don't vibe with them. So because of that, on top of the sheer amount of hours I've already put in, I don't necessarily have much desire to go back to those games. But I don't doubt that I could boot up Odyssey or Valhalla right now and have a pretty good time. When I was making my Assassin's Creed Modern Day video, which you should totally go check out after this by the way, I low-key think it's one of my best videos and it deserves more attention. Link will be in the description down below. Anyway, when I was making that video, I needed just a few small clips from Valhalla, and I ended up sinking hours into it because I was having fun. The moment-to-moment gameplay kept me playing. Not to mention that whenever a new AC drops, they always have some sort of bait to get old school fans in the door. After Odyssey went completely off the rails in terms of lore, they said, hey, Darby McDevitt is returning to the series with Valhalla, and you get to use a hidden blade again. After Valhalla sacrificed narrative cohesion for more player freedom in a sprawling open world, they said, Mirage is a much smaller return to form in which you finally play as an actual assassin for the first time since Syndicate. Well, you play as a hidden one, but it's the closest freaking thing. And after Mirage was kind of a letdown, they said, we're finally going to feudal Japan. And that's all they had to say for a lot of people, but I didn't really care about that. I haven't cared about Assassin's Creed settings in a long time. I just want a good game. And I, for some reason, had faith that Shadows would be. And I thought it was. At first, I thought for a second they were actually taking a step in the right direction. But no, it quickly proved itself to be another mediocre experience that this time around I struggled to actually finish. I still don't think I technically did, because to this day I have a few quest lines left, but I played all the important stuff, so I don't really care, to be honest. Shadows genuinely felt like the breaking point for me, because unlike the other games I talked about, I didn't really find it all that fun. It didn't take me having to reflect on the game to realize that this actually kinda sucks. But then, they finally revealed the long-rumored Black Flag remake and...
just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Like I said before, Black Flag Resynced was a safe bet. It's a game that I've played before. And while I have some very minor gripes with this new version, they don't hinder my overall enjoyment of the game. If anything, my main issue got ironed out fairly quickly, which was the fact that they made it play more like a modern AC game and not the old ones. So playing Black Flag with the modern control scheme really threw me off when I first started. I even remapped some of the controls just to make it feel a bit more like an old entry, kind of like what I did with Mirage, but there was too much conflict, so I had to suck it up and play it the way it was intended. It was weird at first, but once I got used to it, it was smooth sailing from there. No pun intended. Well, maybe a little bit. Truth be told, playing Resynced is really just a constant reminder of how good these games used to be. It got me thinking, screw it, maybe I really am done after Shadows. More quote unquote resynced versions of older Assassin's Creed games have pretty much already been confirmed. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a AC1 resynced next year for the 20-year anniversary. And if Ubisoft goes the Resident Evil route and remake older entries while also putting out new entries, then I'll probably just stick to the remakes. I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive because I would still be playing new Assassin's Creed releases, but I just have no interest in anything truly new that they have to offer. Not unless there's a hard reset. Because as promising as Codename Hex sounds, with Darby working on it and it being rumored to be more linear and story focused, I still don't care. When they reveal the game proper, I could do a 180, but as of right now, that's how I'm feeling about it. Just give me more remakes. And even if they don't, I'll just continue to replay the old ones like I've been doing. Because I really do think I'm done this time, guys. But only time will tell. I don't really know what the point of this video was. Like I said, I've been playing Black Flag and thinking a lot about the series and what I want from it, and how I'll likely only get that from more remakes, not newer games. I know some of you are probably watching like, yeah bro, you're late as hell. I know, I gave Ubisoft the benefit of the doubt one too many times. Now it's time to move on. For my sanity, it's time I finally break free from the chokehold the series has had me in all these years. Anyway, if you've watched all the way up to this point, I appreciate it. This video doesn't really have any structure or profound message. It's just me sharing some of the internal conflict I've been dealing with for the past almost decade at this point. Wow. But at the end of the day, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. I'm just a guy with an opinion, and now I want to hear yours. Are you an old school Assassin's Creed fan who's still playing the new games, or did you already drop the series? I know Odyssey was probably a big deterrent for a lot of people, and even Origins too. Some people just didn't vibe with the RPG style at all. Wherever you stand, let me know. I want to hear from you, like always. But anyway, that's all from me. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.